Guys, we're both mammals. So what would be some common characteristics that you think that we share? Anyone? Anyone? What is it?
Breathing.
Staring at each other? Yes. They do have those big eyes that helps them see. All right, besides being mammals, that's a clue right there. Mammals. Mammary glands. We both have those as well. We breastfeed our young the same as they do. Anything else? How about this? Breathe air, that is correct. So just like us, even though these guys are able to hold their breath for quite a while compared to us, they still need to come up for air. They are mammals and they need to breathe air. All right, what's another one? Mammals, that's correct. They are mammals. How about how we give birth? That's right. So these guys give live birth the way we do. They are not hatched from eggs or anything like that. So they give live birth the way we do. That is another characteristic. Also, too, there's another one. Hair, that's right. So their whole body is covered with hair, just like us. We have hair on our bodies to keep us warm. They have a lot more hair to keep them warm, including blubber, to help them with those cold waters. Although right now, I feel like that cold water would feel pretty good right about now. Take a look, is that Ellie over there? She embodies me in the water. I'd like to just kind of hang out there and float with my head just above the water. Some people like sea lions more because they're more active, but not me. I like to hang out. Hi guys. All right, so we will begin in just a few minutes. So I will ask, or actually in just a moment, it is 3:15. So I'm going to have everyone to go ahead and take a seat. We do need to keep this area clear, please. And also too, if there's a white stripe under your foot, we do need to keep that area clean as well. That's actually fire code, not my rules. So if you don't like it, you're going to take it to the fire marshal. All right, you guys. So any last minute questions before we begin? No. What are the risks for it? Excellent. So a lot of times in the water, it's harder to see. So they do use that as this like sensory, kind of like you would swim around like that. And here's our mollusks. Let's give a big round of applause. Our mollusks have come out. Looks like we will be speaking with Cameron today. How you doing there, Cameron?
I'm doing well, thank you, Jennifer. Again, welcome everyone. My name is Cameron. I'm a mammologist here at the Aquarium of the Pacific, which means I take care of our marine mammals, our seals, sea lions, and sea otters. Before we get started with our show this afternoon, I want to start out by introducing all my coworkers, the awesome animals we get to work with on a daily basis. And look on your far left-hand side, you'll see Jimmy is working with Harpo there. He's going to give you all a nice little wave. Now, right next to him, we've got Sarah working with Kate. Also giving you all a nice wave. Also, salute there. And then right in front of me, I have Katie working with our big boy Parker. He's our largest alpha California sea lion. Now later on you'll see a couple of our volunteers and interns. We've got Don and Bethany going to be working with some of our harbor seals. Also Jeff, keep your eyes out on the back beach area. They get to see those animals work. But now I've introduced everyone. I want to start out by talking about the training process, specifically why we're training these animals during the aquarium. Like the effort is then just bringing their food in, one big bucket, just dumping it out in the water. Well, other than making sure these animals have very specific, tailored diets, we also train for 3 important reasons. First and foremost, something called animal husbandry. Now, animal husbandry might sound complicated, but essentially it's a fancy word for animal health care. Now, prime example of that at the moment, you can see Sarah applying betadine to Kane there. It's just an antiseptic kind of ointment to help out with any scrapes he might have on his sides. Also later on, you'll see Jeff giving Shelby, one of our harbor seals, some eye drops. So again, having these animals voluntarily participate in their own healthcare is extremely beneficial for us and the animals. We're going to make sure we're not forcing them to do something they're uncomfortable with. We want them to voluntarily participate so it's comfortable for them, and then again, also for us as well. As you can imagine, a large animal like Parker, for example, if he didn't feel like doing something, there's no way we would be able to force him to do that. So having them comfortable with us, getting close to their eyes, their bodies, allowing us again to apply eye drops. You can see that with Jimmy working with Harpo at the moment. Goes a long way in making sure animals stay healthy. And the second reason why we like to train animals is for physical exercise. You might see some high energy behaviors during this presentation. Anything that gets our animals' bodies moving, gets that blood pumping. Just like us, we might go to the gym, run at the beach, things like that. To get our bodies nice and fit, we want to make sure we're exercising our animals' bodies as well. So we do that through a variety of high energy behaviors. You might see some dance behaviors, and I think we got to see that with Harpo earlier on in the presentation. You can see speed swims, tight circles in the water like Kane's doing in front of you. Again, anything that really exercises their bodies. Now, the third reason why we like to train is for mental stimulation. And you might be wondering how we stimulate our animals' minds in addition to their bodies, the exercise they get. We're going to make sure we're exercising their brains in a couple of ways. Obviously, training these animals, or maybe not so obvious, training these animals is a very mentally stimulating activity for them. I was equated to going to school, learning a new subject there, stimulating for our minds, teaching us new things, teaching our animals does the exact same. Now, that can include training behaviors they already know, or training brand new behaviors with their animals. Now, another way we can stimulate our animals' minds are through enrichment objects. If you actually look around the exhibit, you might be able to see a few toys or enrichment objects hanging out in the skimmer areas. Essentially, every day we'll change those objects out, allow our animals something new to play with, and also change up their environment day to day. But now we've learned a little bit about why we train. I want to talk a little bit about how we train, give away our secrets. So if you have any pets at home, pay close attention. You might see a lot of our trainers using a closed fist. It's something called the target behavior. It's often the first behavior we train our animals is to touch their nose and hold it to a closed fist. You can also use something called a target pull. You can actually see Jeff using at the back pool area. Essentially, once the animal knows to hold their nose to a closed fist, they start moving those objects around, manipulating and shaping more complex behaviors as a result. But now we've kind of talked a little bit about how we do it. I actually want to show y'all in action. Just for we have a volunteer to help us.
Yes, we do. We have Aiden volunteering with us today. Come on down, Aiden. He's going to help us train a sea lion. So a round of applause for Aiden, guys. Give him some encouragement.
All right, Aiden. Have you ever trained a sea lion before? No. All right. Are you excited to?
Yes.
All right, good. That's all we need. So we're gonna be working with one of our sea lions today, more than likely Harpo. We're gonna try and send him on over to the target pole. You're just gonna hold that really still. And as I mentioned, Harpo knows to stick his nose to that target pole. Now, you might have seen a drop fish in the water. Looks like he's headed over now. All right, great job. Now on this second time, you're gonna keep that target pole where it's at. Whenever Harpo gets to you, you're actually gonna walk him down the window by dragging that target pole along with you. Now when we train our animals, we use something called successive approximations, essentially little baby steps along the way. So now Harpo's there, you can start walking with him down the line. Again, he knows to follow you along. But as I mentioned, we'll take little steps with our animals, reinforcing them and rewarding them for every success they make. So you'll see and hear Jimmy give Harpo a bridge. He'll say the word good. And it lets Harpo know he did the correct thing. Let's get a round of applause for our volunteer and our Harpo as well. But now we've talked about why and how we train our animals. I want to pass it back to you, Jennifer, educate everyone about the differences between California sea lions and harbor seals. Very closely related animals, but four main things to look out for.
That is correct, Cameron. Thank you. Now, as promised, I will make all of you experts in order to tell the difference between the two. If you're ever out on the beach or on a boat someday, you're like pointing and like, Jennifer told me that is a seal or that is a sea lion. So one of the first ways that you can do that is coloration. So go ahead and take a look at Harpo up there. Just shout out, how many colors is Harpo? One solid color, that's right. Now let's see, is Ellie still back there or Shelby back on the beach? That's right. So look at Shelby back there. How many colors is she? Two, that's right. So harbor seals do tend to have that spotted or ring pattern, where sea lions, there we go, have that one solid coloration, that dark brown, and then usually our harbor seals are like white, gray, black, brownish colors, but there are two. However, that's not always foolproof, because if you say go maybe a little bit further north, elephant seals do have a solid coloration. So another way that you can tell the difference is flippers. Everyone do this with their hands way up high. How about the sea lions? They have those big long flippers. Look at that. Look at that big long flipper. That helps them get up on those rocks. It helps them propel through the water really fast. Now, oh, look at Ellie back there. Stop showing off there, Harpo. Look at Ellie back there. Now everyone take your hand up in the air and do this. You now have a little chicken wing, that's right, or little T-Rex flippers. That's what harbor seals have. They can't really use it too much on land. So you saw what Ellie was doing there, that little inchworm. There you go, you can see it there. The technical term is called galumphing, and it's just as cute as it sounds, as you just saw. But they can't really use those flippers too well on land. All right, Parker, are you going to demonstrate the next way? All right, so the next way is your ear flap. So take a look right there at Parker, right behind his eyes. Thank you. Oh my gosh, so distracting me. I can't with you. So if you look behind his eyes, he has external ear flaps the way we have ear lobes. Now Ellie on the beach there, Shelby back there, they have just a little hole on the side of their head. That is an internal ear slit, so that is the third way that you can tell the difference. Now one of the last ways to tell the difference is vocalization. So California sea lions, they have that bark or roaring sound that you hear. So if we're quiet, maybe we can hear. Oh, there you go. That's Parker's single. You can download it next week on iTunes. All right, so how many? Oh, of course. I know. We can't have a show go by without Harpo saying, round of applause for Harpo. That was beautiful, Harpo. Thank you. All right. Now, harbor seals. If you guys want to hear what a harbor seal sounds like, you got to be very quiet, okay? Did you hear it? You want to hear it again? I'm just kidding. They actually don't vocalize a whole lot. So, I know, they're laughing. So harbor seals, they don't vocalize, but if you guys promise not to laugh, I will do my best impression for you guys, which sounds like this. That's pretty much it. Hey, who laughed? I saw you. Yeah, that's right. So, sea lions, they have that bark or roar. Harbor seals, not so much. However, if you can hear a harbor seal, you might actually be a little bit too close. Both these animals are protected under the Marine Mammal Protection Act. And Cameron, how are their numbers doing actually thanks to that act?
That's a great question, Jennifer. Fortunately, they're doing quite well nowadays. Wasn't always the case, but as you mentioned, due to various laws in the past, has really helped out their populations. Now, there is another marine mammal that's not doing as well nowadays. That's called the vaquita. Estimates put that animal population at under 30 individuals, and unfortunately, a lot of that is due to human-caused activity. I'm going to let you tell everyone all about that, Jennifer, but before I sign off, I just want to say on behalf of myself, the mammal team, thank you all for coming out today. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Can a round of applause for mammalogists. They were doing great. That was an amazing show, so thank you.